Welcome back for another science video, guys. Today we are going to be talking about fungi and animalia. We've talked about animalia briefly. You can probably guess what it is. You can probably guess what fungi is too, but in case you're unsure, that's okay. We're going to walk through it together and you will know by the end of this video. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is fungi. I almost got a little confused and put like the exclamation mark the wrong way, but it's okay. I worked it out. That's clearly an I. So first thing we're talking about is fungi. So one of the things we want to know about fungi is that it can be unicellular or multicellular. So it's both. It can be, well, not both at the same time, but it can be either or. It can be either one of those. The next thing we're going to look at with fungi is that it is eukaryotic. That means it has a nucleus, it has DNA, the DNA is inside of the nucleus, and it has organelles. So some examples of fungi that you all are familiar with are yeast, which we actually use yeast to make bread. So, you know, fungus in the bread. The bread is not gone bad, but it is simply has a fungus to help it rise. We have molds and we have mushrooms. And we eat all of these things because cheese is mold and people put mushrooms in their food. So that's crazy. We actually eat fungi. Now, not all fungi is good. Don't go out and eat the mushrooms back in your backyard. I don't know what they're going to do to you. Don't do that. Don't be that person. But anyways, I'm just drawing a little mushroom over here, and I'm just drawing a piece of bread because we put yeast in bread to make bread rise. That's what makes it rise. The yeast like reacts with the sugar and the warm water and it creates bubbles, and then when you bake it, it puffs up. And then on the bread I'm drawing some mold. This is a piece you wouldn't want to eat. This piece is, it's done. It's moldy. Its time is over. So another thing about fungi is that they are heterotrophs, which means they can't make their own food. They have to eat other organisms. So if you think about mold, mold feeds off of bread. It's not making its own food, it's feeding off of the bread. So that means it's a heterotroph. Now let's go ahead and take a look at animals. So we should be pretty familiar with animals. I mean, we're animals and a lot of us have pets and things like that. So we should be pretty familiar with animals. That may have not been the best example. But animals, this includes all animals, all of them, all of the animals. When I say all, I mean all. So this is humans, dogs, cats, birds, cows, guys, all of them. And yes, humans are animals. A lot of the time we forget that. Like people forget that they're animals. No, humans are considered animals. We're animals. So some things to know about animals is that they're heterotrophic. They are multicellular. And they are eukaryotic. So thank you guys so much.